Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video I am going to be sharing with you my review on this Dior Forever Skin Corrector Concealer. I have two shades with me here, and not only that, I will give you a full day wear test of this concealer so that you can see how it wears throughout the day. I got these concealers during Sephora VIB sale, and this is not a first impression. I have been testing out this concealer for about, I would say, 3 to 4 days at this point, and I am ready to give you my full in-depth review of these two concealers. So yeah, in case you are interested, then please keep on watching. Before starting, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon to get notification each time I upload a new video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I am currently on their website, and this concealer retails for $40 US, and it comes in a total of 30 shades. And this concealer claims to be a 24-hour wear multi-purpose full coverage creamy concealer that helps correct and hide under eye circles, redness, blemishes and imperfections. For the shade 2N as well as 3W, because I was a little confused about the shades, and this is the shade 2N, and you can see it's way too neutral and it's way too light for my skin tone. And the reason I decided to get a neutral shade, because with some products, like some base products, whenever they claim to be a warm shade, it's like way too warm, almost like yellow, and I do not like that. That's why I decided to get a neutral shade. As you can see, 2N is like way too light for my skin tone, as well as way too neutral. I cannot use it, and I'm not going to swatch it because I'm going to return it, but you can totally see the shade over here is like white paint on my face. I cannot use that one. And this is the shade 3W. It has got a really nice yellow undertone, but it's not like too yellow for my skin tone. And this is a really nice, like a little bit highlighting concealer for my skin tone. And whenever I shop for a concealer, I always look for something that gives me a little bit of highlighted effect, and this concealer gives me exactly that. I am going to list all my foundation as well as concealer shades in the description box down below. And if you are wondering, I wear the shade 4W in their like Forever Glow foundation, but I will mention all the shades in the description box down below. So yeah, let's just quickly jump into the application process, and then I will share with you my review. It comes with a big doe foot applicator like this one, and this is the shade 3W. I have not applied any color corrector because I wanted to see how the concealer performs on its own. And it's a warm tone concealer, and it has got pretty like yellow undertone to it. You can see I let this concealer sit underneath my eyes for about 10 to 15 seconds, and let's just blend it out. I do not like to blend out my concealer right away because that way I lose some of the coverage. So I always leave the concealer underneath my eyes for about 10 to 15 seconds before blending it out, and it's blending out pretty nicely, and it's really creamy, and it's not, the consistency is not thin. It's a pretty thick concealer, but it's very creamy. And right off the back, I can see it's giving me kind of medium coverage. It's not too full coverage at all. Yeah, it's kind of giving me medium coverage, but I'm sure once I apply my color corrector and then I apply the concealer, I will definitely get a full coverage, because my dark circles are pretty bad. So yeah. And this is how much coverage I got, and I would say it's a straight up like medium coverage concealer. I can still see some of my darkness peeping through, so I'm just trying to build it up, and I'm just trying to see how much coverage I get. So maybe this much, and again I'm going to blend it out using the same brush. So yeah, the consistency is pretty thick with this concealer, and I have a feeling that it's going to be a really good concealer for a spot correcting. So this is how the concealer is looking after blending. I have not applied any powder, and it's not creasing horribly. You know, with some concealers, as soon as you apply it and if you do not set it, it starts to settle down on your wrinkles and fine lines, but it's not settling too much. By the way, I'm going to set it anyway because I like to set my concealers. So I'm going to set my concealer using my Lauder Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and then I'll be right back. And that is how everything is looking after setting it with my powder. And it's set down really nicely, and it's not looking, you know, too much powdery or cakey, and nothing funny is happening here. So far I am super impressed with the way it's looking right now. So you saw how the concealer applied underneath my eyes. It has got a thick consistency. It blended out pretty nicely, but I would say don't take too much because this concealer tends to dry down a bit, so you need to work quickly with this concealer. At least that was my experience, and it's looking really nice underneath my eyes. It's been like 1 hour since I wore this concealer, and I would say it's wearing really nicely, and I am not noticing any settling down underneath my eyes. So that is a really good thing, because with some concealers, as soon as I apply it and if I do not set it with a powder, then it immediately starts to crease, and after some time, no matter what, it starts to settle down underneath my eyes. But this concealer is not doing that. One more thing I'd like to add, this is not a completely full coverage concealer as they claim. They claim it to be a really full coverage concealer, but for me personally, on my hideous dark circles, it gave me kind of medium coverage. But I am sure if I use a color corrector, then I will be able to get a full coverage look out of it. So yeah, I am going to wear this concealer throughout the day, and then I will give you my final thoughts. Hi guys, I'm back, and it's currently 6:28 p.m. and this is the time when I usually take off my makeup, and this is how everything is looking so far, and hope the camera is picking it up. Like the concealer, oh my lashes, yeah, the concealer is looking really nice. It has not settled underneath my eyes, on my wrinkles, not even a bit, and I am super duper impressed. Oh my goodness. Let me just grab my phone and let me just quickly take a video. Yeah, and please ignore the mark over here. It's from the glasses that I was wearing, and it has not settled underneath my like wrinkles. Like, look, I will insert this picture over here. You can see what I'm talking about, and it has not settled underneath my eyes. Guys, I'm super impressed, and this could be my go-to concealer, like my new favorite concealer. And I hate to say that because it's Dior and it's pretty pricey, and to be very honest, I did not expect to love it this much. When I first got this concealer and when I first swatched it, it felt really thick and pasty, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to love it because it's going to crease underneath my eyes, because it is a really thick formula. But when I first used it, I was like blown away, and you can see the result. It's in front of you. It has not settled underneath my eyes, like on my wrinkles. Like no matter what concealer I use, they always end up settling on those wrinkles. But it's been like 8 hours and it's looking smooth, it's looking flawless, and I do not think I have any concealer in my collection that wears this good underneath my eyes. Like it's been 8 hours or so and it's still looking pretty fresh. So yeah, it's going to be my go-to concealer, I can definitely say that. The only thing that I would like to point out is that it's not a full coverage concealer. You can totally see like some of my darkness is still peeking through, and I do not mind that. I think if I use a color corrector, then it's going to look perfect, but it has given me pretty medium coverage. And I think on natural like makeup days, when I do not want that full coverage like glam look, I think it's going to look really perfect. And if you have tried this concealer, please let me know what do you guys think. So far I am super duper impressed with the quality, and I think it's worth it. If you can get your hands on this concealer, I think it's totally worth it. I give this concealer 10 out of 10. I know it claims to be a full coverage concealer, but it's not a full coverage concealer, so I should deduct 1 point, but I'm not going to do that because depending on the way it wore throughout the day, I give it 10 on 10. If you do not have horrible dark circles like I do, then I think you are all set. It's going to look really perfect. I am really happy with this purchase and I give it 10 on 10. It's not dry, it's not like super duper oily underneath my eyes, it's not greasy, it's kind of a natural finish concealer which I absolutely love. And yeah, that was my review of the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and I hope this video was helpful for you. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up and please do subscribe to my channel, and if you are not following me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, then please do follow me there. All the links will be given in the description box down below, so make sure to check it out. So yeah, see you soon in my next video. Till then, bye and take care. Bye.